Break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
All right, so time.
Can we get the show on the road?
I've been waiting for it all day.
And not a moment too soon.
Listen to talk radio.
This guy, Todd.
Monday through Friday.
5 to 7.
He's weird. Best thing on the radio.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Well, somebody messed with the board in here, and I didn't notice that right away. So let's start the show one more time, okay? Well, that still doesn't seem to be working, so let's try it one more time. See if that takes. Will that take? Will it work here? Let's...
Jackpot!
Jackpot! Jackpot!
Jackpot!
Jackpot.
Jackpot!
Jackpot.
Jackpot!
Jackpot!
Jackpot. Jackpot, baby.
It is a Monday. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. It was a little confusing there at the beginning, a little bit like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show last night. I was confused. Were you confused? No, you weren't confused? He and my producer, he wasn't confused. Ron, were you confused down there in the news? Were you confused at all?
I completely ignored the halftime show.
Yeah. I know.
I just heard it was terrible. That's all I heard.
Well, here's my problem is I couldn't. Look, I understand that the halftime show isn't for people like me, right? I get it. They're trying to appeal to somebody younger, I think. And that's fine. You know, the NFL's got to market themselves the way they want to market themselves. My problem was I just couldn't understand what he was saying. And when I wait, Ian, don't shake your head at me.
He's one of the younger generation that they're playing to.
But I couldn't understand the words he was saying. That's the problem. You know, and we tried the closed caption and that wasn't working. So I was like, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what he's saying. Maybe it's profound. Maybe it's profane. I have no idea.
Confused.
Yeah. You know, and I posted that last night and I wasn't trying to say, you know, God, this sucks or this is awful, which there's no shortage of that today. But I just couldn't understand the words he was saying. And I really, really tried. At some point, Mary looked at me and said, did he say what I think he said? I said, I don't know. Let me go look up the lyrics. So I went and looked up the lyrics. And no, he didn't say what she thought he said. I think what he said was maybe booger. And I think that's what was in the lyrics. It's something booger on my chain.
Johnny Fever got fired for that in California.
I know. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand the words, what he was saying. That's all. I wasn't trying to make a comment on whether it was good or bad. I couldn't understand. So it was all confusing. I got the sweatsuits, red, white, and blue. Perfect. Wonderful. America. You know, I get it. Mary was like, those look comfy. They look kind of comfy. So anyway, that was my take on halftime. Ron, did you, by the way, welcome back.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask what you were out Thursday and Friday? Is everything okay?
I had a little dental surgery.
Oh no.
Late last week. It's a part of, I got a lot more work happening. I'm going to have plastic surgery and hopefully I look like David Hasselhoff when I'm done. So just want to.
David Hasselhoff during the Baywatch years or now?
I want to go for Knight Rider David Hasselhoff.
Oh, that's
what I'm going for.
He was one handsome lad.
I tell you.
So did you watch the Super Bowl last night at all? I'm assuming you did.
Most of it,
yeah.
I watched most of it. It kind of got out of the hand there. Well, it got out of hand before the first half was over.
Yeah,
but
that was crazy.
I stayed with it till like 6 or 7 minutes left in the game, and I was like, I got to work tomorrow. I'm gone.
Yeah. The highlight for me during last night's game was the pizza rolls.
The pizza rolls.
Yeah, the pizza rolls and the wings that Mary made.
Oh, okay.
They were fabulous. Fabulous.
Oh, wow,
it was great. It was great. Yeah, and I actually thought a couple of things. I'll give you my notes and let's compare. I thought Tom Brady did a great job. I've
very good.
Never heard him do play-by-play or color or whatever you want to call it, and I thought he was great. I really did. I was surprised how good he was.
Having seen some Fox broadcasts, I still think that Greg Olson is better, but Tom Brady was very good last night.
And I don't know I know that was probably his first Super Bowl, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
And how many other games has he done?
Every Sunday of the season.
Has he been on every Sunday? Yeah. Okay, well, I just don't really watch him.
Yeah, this was his first year though, so you're talking about this being his first really big game that he did.
Okay.
So I thought he did well too.
Yeah, I thought he did well. I saw this morning that he called the game wearing a $750,000 watch, which I thought was interesting.
Hey, timing is a big deal in this business.
It is. And what did you think of the commercials? That's always a big thing. I think it's not a big deal now like it used to be.
No, it's not.
Because a lot of the commercials come out ahead of time. You can find them online. You see them on YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just not that big of a deal. According to Variety magazine or newspaper or whatever, the number one commercial voted by, I guess, readers, viewers, listeners, whoever, was this booking.com featuring the Muppets. Did you see that one?
Wow, I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I didn't.
I probably stepped out of the room when that happened because I don't remember that one.
I didn't.
That one up.
I didn't see that one either, and I tried to play it online, and it said, "Sorry, this video is not available in your area." And I thought, where'd they shoot this? China? What? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Why is that? And then there was the Bill Murray one, which was weird, where he's looking at himself in a mirror and he's seeing a dog, and he says, "You ever look in a mirror and not really see yourself?"
Oh.
And then he says, "I'm looking for a professional or not a professional, an amateur or something." And then he holds up an email address that if you emailed, you'd actually get a response, which I haven't done. But the last one, the one that I liked was the cul-de-sac one, the Bud Light Big Men on cul-de-sac with Peyton Manning.
The last line on it, the last line of that, didn't he say something like, "I'm already getting grief from the home people," or whatever?
Something, yeah.
Something at the end. I thought, yeah. And I thought that was amusing, but I can't tell you that there was a single commercial that really turned my ear,
right. Yeah.
You know?
I liked the Harrison Ford commercial for Jeep. I just thought that was well done. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be funny. I think it was supposed to be thoughtful, but I thought it was cool. And at the very end, he's talking about how much he loves his Jeep, even though my last name's Ford. Right. I thought that was kind of clever. So, yeah. But, yeah. But I think that's the first Super Bowl I've actually watched from beginning to end in quite a while. A while. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you bet on it by chance?
No,
neither did I.
I'm not a betting guy.
Yeah. Neither did I.
I have many other ways to lose money than to bet. So.
Me too. If you got a comment on the Super Bowl, 937-457-1290. It's also Valentine's week, and I've been looking forward to this. So I'm going to open it up. Not just your comments about Super Bowl or whatever, the normal junk we talk about. If you have been unlucky in love and you would like to give Cupid a Valentine's smackdown, now is your chance. 937-457-1290. Ian, did you have a comment? It seems like you were going to make a comment, and then I kind of moved on to the Cupid beatdown.
It wasn't hugely important. I was just going to sorry.
You're so loud.
Sorry. Mike was a little weird.
Hot.
I was going to say, can we at least comment on how bad some of the commercials were as well? The tongue commercial. Do you remember seeing that tongue commercial where the guy's tongue jumped out of his mouth and started dancing?
I don't recall that one.
Oof,
Yeah.
that was rough to watch.
I didn't think they were that good. I mean, there was one at the very beginning with some little cartoon character running around on the field. I guess that's for a movie that's coming out.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, is that what that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. The one with what was the Thunderbolts? Is there some
I'm
movie?
excited for that. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I watched them and I thought these are unremarkable.
Yeah, some of the commercials weren't too great, but Puppy Monkey Baby made a comeback.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Yeah, Puppy Monkey Baby. It was a popular commercial from like about maybe 6-7 years ago. It was huge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that at all. From last night or 7 years ago. But thank you. I mean, I appreciate the contribution there. Maybe somebody knows what he's talking about. I'm sure you do. 937-457-1290 is our number. We also have, I think, maybe we have
spectacular car crash. House car.
I need some confirmation, and this is for the great folks in Shelby County. Somebody sent me a screenshot of a post on a group called Homegrown Tone Alerts. Homegrown Tone Alerts. That said that there was a car into a 2-story farmhouse. Route 25A, just south of Fort Laramie, Swanders. I'm curious if anybody knows. I tried to find information on it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't locate it. I couldn't locate a news story, and that's like a private group, so I wasn't able to really get in on it. But if maybe you're in Shelby County, you know what this is. Two-story farmhouse was apparently hit by a vehicle of some sort. Again, Route 25A, just south of Fort Laramie, Swanders. 937-457-1290 is the number. That would be number 11 for the year. Number 11, if we can get that confirmed. So if you got any details on that, hit me up.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper. It's fun listening.
It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All right, everybody. Oh, that seal commercial was weird. Yeah, I saw that too, Ron. Marcia, I like that one. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good one. Ohio man dog. Harvey, that's what you're really? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for sending that, Frank. That's funny.
Philly fans celebrate a bit too much after winning the Super Bowl. We'll have the latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Well, he has quite the reputation.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Thanks to Frank, Ed Frank, who sent me the clip. I guess that was from Mountain Dew back in 2016, the Puppy Monkey Baby. Now, see, I find that funny. I'll have to go back and watch the one from last night. I like puppies, I like monkeys, and I moderately like babies. So it's all my triggers. 937-457-1290. Also, a shout out to Renee, Edgehead Renee. I asked about this possibility of a vehicle into a building in Shelby County. I guess this was, I don't know if this was Saturday or Sunday, but she says it was a, what'd she say? I think a 16-year-old from, where'd she say? I think Sydney, maybe? Maybe it was Sydney? Is that where she was from? Let me double check real quick. But, boy, that's got to be tough. You know, you just get your license and I don't know when, obviously, they got their license, but yeah. That's awful. What a shame. What a shame. It says, and then Edgehead Shannon says she's going to go drive by the house. I guess it's an Anna for you tonight and take pictures if there's damage. I love the on-the-scene reporting. I love that so much from the Edgeheads. 937-457-1290. I saw this today on WHIO.com. This is from Springboro. The police there are trying to stress caution to local teams to be careful. You know why? Any guesses as to why specifically? Apparently, it's Nerf War season. Nerf War season has begun. I didn't realize that there was an actual season. I thought Nerf War went on all the time, but no, only in the spring. Ian, you know about this? Are you a former Nerf War veteran?
No, I wasn't popular enough.
So, kids in your class, so they would.
That did it.
Yeah,
it was a huge game, and it wouldn't be on just school grounds. It would be like across your area.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've heard stories of people literally chasing other students. You know, students chasing students into McDonald's, into shopping center, whatever, the mall,
right?
All of those things.
Like it says, be careful because there was obviously an accident that happened.
Right, there was a rollover
to the to the game.
Yeah, down in Cincinnati, I think there was a rollover, and they think it was students trying to shoot each other from one car to the other.
Yeah, it can get scary, I guess.
Yeah,
I've never taken part in it.
Yeah. Can you? I know there's teams, or like is it teams or is it just sort of one-on-one?
I think you can get in teams, but I think eventually then it becomes like if you're the last team, then you have to fight each other.
Right.
But like I said, I wasn't involved, so I don't know the intricate details about it.
So I was thinking somehow maybe I could get involved in this and offer up some sort of prize if somebody shoots me.
We could have a company-wide Nerf War.
I don't know that HR would approve that, but I'm thinking maybe there could be some sort of extra, like a prize or a token if somebody nails me with a Nerf gun. Okay.
With foam bullets.
Yeah, foam I'm not
bullets.
sure what it would be. I could carry around some sort of prize card, and it says if somebody whacks me or whatever, they can get some sort of, I don't know, maybe.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment. Fill it up.
Double D.
H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now, wait a second. CO2 powered? No. This has got to be just a regular Nerf gun, not a CO2 powered Nerf gun. You could put my eye out. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hey, Heather, what did you miss? You missed Clinton threatening to shoot me with a CO2 powered Nerf gun because I just made a cute joke about it being Nerf War season, and now I feel like I'm gonna wake up or walk in and I don't know, end up with a welt or something. I mean, I'm feeling threatened. Feeling very threatened. That is true. That is true. I was thinking it would be like a teenager, but is there a Nerf shield that you can use?
If news breaks, we break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now.
Call me.
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream on Facebook and YouTube. So, I just sort of jokingly put out that challenge. It's Nerf War season. If somebody can nail me with a Nerf dart, maybe I could offer up some sort of prize. Well, now, Edgehead Clinton says that he's ready to equip his Nerf gun with a CO2 cartridge of some sort. I may have to take Yeti Betty, the giant Yeti, as my human shield. Well, Sasquatch shield. Carry it wherever I go so I can hold the Sasquatch up in front of the flying Nerf darts. That would be kind of fun, though. I mean, I think it would be if I could become a Nerf War target. Right. Because I don't know really what the rules are other than you just pick somebody and you go after them. But I could be that guy. I could be like sort of that random surprise. I don't know. Something. 937-457-1290. I'm sure you've all heard Ron's newscast today. It's all over the news that Governor Mike DeWine has nominated former Buckeyes coach Jim Tressel to be the next lieutenant governor, because John Husted, of course, became, he's now a senator, filling the shoes of now Vice President J.D. Vance, who was a senator from Ohio. And I'm very excited about this, and I'll tell you why. I have a plastic tub full of sweater vests that I have not worn in years. And we all know that Jim Tressel, he perfected the sweater vest. All the pictures that you see of him from his coaching days, sweater vest. He must have 100 different kinds of sweater vests with all different sort of logos and designs. I've seen him in plaid. I've seen him in, dark solids, bright solids, of course, with the Buckeye logo, Youngstown. I mean, he is the sweater vest man. And now I'm concerned that much like the egg shortage, there will become a shortage of sweater vests. People will be so excited that the sweater vest is coming back, because I feel like the sweater vest fell out of favor. After he kind of fell off the front page, the headlines on TV, all the big coverage of the Buckeyes. Now the sweater vest will come back. That'd be kind of cool. We have a Ohio man story.
He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
Because I remember the sweater vests, they were very, very popular back in the 90s. I have many of them. And you know who also, before Jim Tressel, it was Matthew Perry from Friends. He played Chandler. That was a big thing. I remember that look. Do you remember that look? It was sweater vests with T-shirts, like short sleeve T-shirts underneath, and either jeans or khaki. That was a huge look. Huge. And I think penny loafers. Yeah. That may come back. Everything that's old is coming back. Here's our Ohio man story, causing chaos throughout the Buckeye State. This is from Belmont County. So there's a guy there by the name of Joseph Schaefer, and he is the mayor of Holloway, Ohio. I guess this is a little village there in Belmont County. And Mayor Schaefer, apparently, according to prosecutors, called the auditor's office because there was some sort of issue that he believed that the county owed his mom money. So he calls on mom's behalf, and I'm guessing mom, I mean, this guy's 50 years old. Mom's probably, quite a bit older, obviously elderly maybe, and can't, maybe do certain things on her own very easily. So he steps up and he calls, and when he called there to the auditor's office, now mind you, remember, he's a mayor. He's an elected official. They weren't really sure what he was talking about. They couldn't figure out what he was trying to tell them. They, I guess, maybe couldn't find any information about them owing his mother money. There was just some confusion over this. Well, he didn't like that answer. The mayor did not like the answer that he got. So he became very angry over the phone. And what did the mayor of Holloway in Belmont County, Ohio? He made verbal threats and that he was going to come down there and blow up the auditor's office. So this mayor decides he's going to take matters into his own hands. Well, of course, everything, I guess the auditor's office in the courthouse. And the courthouse building, at least. So he hopped on, or, security was heightened, and they went and arrested this guy and put him in jail. He posted bond, $2,000 and released. But now the mayor of Holloway, Ohio, is facing inducing panic and aggravated menacing charges. And I went and looked real quickly. I guess he won the vote back in, I don't know if it was this last November, or maybe I forget the year, but he won the vote like 46-48. So there are not a lot of people there in Holloway. Ron, you got a comment or something going on?
Yeah. Did the guy at the auditor's office believe at that point that his days were numbered? Thank you.
I think he did. 937-457-1290. Charlie in Bell Fountain. What's up, Charlie?
Todd, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. What's shaking, man?
Oh, well, I was listening, and I got in on the latter part of it where you're talking about the Nerf gun thing.
Yes, the Nerf Wars. It's Nerf War season.
See, I've never heard of that, but the grandkids had Nerf guns. But I just thought, doesn't sound like a good idea on this one, Todd. I got to disagree because...
Well, it's just Nerfs. They're Nerf darts. They're Nerf darts.
But aren't they shot from a Nerf gun?
Yeah, but I mean, they're Nerf darts. They don't really, they don't.
What if you were in the restaurant or on the street and somebody like who doesn't know what's going on sees somebody pointing a gun and shooting a Nerf at you, they might be carrying the real thing.
Well, Charlie, we live in a dangerous world and we all have to take our chances. Well, now see, but in all seriousness, that is the warning that the Springboro police are putting out there. And it's not just for the kids in Springboro. It's every kid out there who participates in Nerf War. Is that if you show up and you start shooting somebody, you better make sure you hit the right target, because if somebody sees you pointing a Nerf gun, it maybe at night, they don't know.
Exactly.
I think we talked about this a year or two ago, the first time I'd ever heard of it. And I think it's completely ridiculous because it's one of those dangerous things. I'm just sort of making a joke about.
I get you.
I'm a big guy. I'm a big target. And I thought maybe, we could award some sort of some sort of prize token for anybody. Let me ask you.
I learned something. That's the reason I listen to you, Todd, because I learned stuff.
You listen to this show to learn something?
Hey.
Okay. Hey, I got a question for you real quick. Do you pick up pennies that you find on the ground, or do you just leave them?
I absolutely pick them up.
Now, does it have to be heads up?
No, it does not. My wife was very superstitious, and so I'd say, okay, I'd turn it upside down, and there you go.
Oh, well, did you?
Well, actually, we cashed in those pennies, and we had like a Culligan jar full.
Like one of those big water things? One of those big water?
Yeah.
Wow.
It weighed like 200 pounds. It was amazing, but yeah.
Do you remember how much you got?
The whole thing was like $2,000, but I think there was $60-some was just pennies.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, and the grandkids, of course, they threw in a little bit more. You might find marbles and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was our jar. So
well, did you see the story?
Jar.
The story today where President Trump has commanded that the Treasury Department stop minting new pennies because a penny apparently costs 2 cents to mint.
I know. Does that mean we should start grabbing our pennies?
Well, see, that's my question. That's my question, is that if we're going to stop minting pennies, will the pennies that are out there now become worth more because they're not going to be anymore? Like they'll become not more, like you go to the store and they're worth more, but I mean, will they become collector's items?
I understand what you're saying, and that would surely be right, because the old wheat pennies, I think, were more copper, so they're probably worth more actual value, but they might be a good investment if you want to.
Here's something else. A nickel. How much is a nickel worth, Charlie?
Well, 5 pennies, I guess.
All right. It costs 14 cents to make.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy.
I did not have a clue.
So, I sometimes, I mean, I hate to say this because my wife, if she hears this, she'll just be like, you idiot. If I ever use cash, which is very rare, if I ever get a penny, sometimes I just toss it into the parking lot. And because it's like somebody else will find it and they'll feel lucky.
Hey, I like that.
See, I'm always trying to bring happiness to somebody's day.
Well, that's good.
I don't need the penny, but if it's silver, I keep it.
Well, anytime you go through the drive-thru, you'll see probably a bunch of change where it doesn't make it from them to
it gets dropped. Right. All right, Charlie. I appreciate the chat, man. Call anytime.
Great talking with you, Todd.
Yeah.
Enjoy your show.
Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper. It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That was close. That was off the rim. Oh, missed that one. 200 darts in all directions at once. An atomic Nerf bomb. Wow.
Cupid can't miss this year. Jewelry and roses. At James Free Jewelers, we have something rare. The area's greatest collection of natural diamonds. Reinvent your engagement story with James Free. Purchase any engagement ring over $750, and you'll receive a dozen roses delivered free, courtesy of the Flower Man. See store for details. Visit James Free at 3100 Far Hills Avenue.
I guess technically, though, that's a crime, right? Because you're not allowed to destroy money. I mean, I'm sure many people don't care. But yeah, you can't. Yeah, I have to come up with something. Kelly, I need some sort of, I don't know what I could do. Some sort of token. The prized Evening Edge Nerf token.
Casting live from the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Local firefighter taken to the hospital from a house fire. We'll have that for you at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Something told me to turn on the radio.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Back on the subject of Nerf Wars. Edgehead Dennis posted that Nerf apparently made, at one point, something called the atomic Nerf bomb, and it would fire like 200 darts in all directions at once. Could that possibly be true? How cool would that be? The atomic Nerf bomb. I'd love to see that. We have some monkey news.
Hey, would you like to buy a monkey?
A trained monkey?
Would you like to buy a monkey?
Would you like to buy a monkey?
Gotta feed the monkey. I'm a monkey.
Hey, mister.
You want to buy a monkey?
Monkey! Up, monkey, up.
Ugh. Good monkey.
Well, from time to time here in the Miami Valley, we have power outages. And usually they are caused by some sort of rodent Lots of times, sadly, it is a squirrel, a cousin of Edgy the Evening Edge squirrel's. His family member gets zapped, and somebody part of the area loses power for a short time till they can fix it. Well, this happened over the weekend in Sri Lanka. The country's energy minister told reporters that a blackout that hit 22 million residents, this was a nationwide blackout for hours and hours and hours, was caused by a monkey. The monkey apparently came into contact with a grid transformer near the island's executive and judicial capital, Colombo. And so that daggone monkey caused an outage for 22 million people, lasting hours and hours and hours. Many households were able to get their electricity back on late Sunday, but many were still in the dark, all because of that darn monkey.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hi, Kim. How you doing? Dee, dee, dee.
Scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 at 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If news breaks, we break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
This guy, Todd, does he make you laugh?
He's funny.
Yes, amusing sometimes. It's kind of a big show.
Okay, Boyd, hit it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. This week, of course, is Valentine's week. And I offered this at the beginning of the show earlier, and no takers yet. Still early, I get it. But if you have been unlucky in love, and you would like to give Cupid a Valentine's Day smackdown, this is your chance. We've talked about this. You know, Christmas time, we give one of Santa's elves a smackdown. St. Patrick's Day comes. We're going to give a leprechaun a smackdown. And it just so happens it's the same sound effect each time. So if you'd like to give Cupid a smackdown. Yeah. 937-457-1290. I mean, you don't have to go into all the gory details of your, forlorn love, but you can give us a beatdown. That'd be great. 937-457-1290. And speaking of Valentine's Day, I came across this list from Ranker. This is a favorite one of my favorite websites where people vote up or vote down certain categories, certain topics. And this one, it's romantic gestures that are actually the worst, according to Ranker. So maybe because it is Valentine's week, you want to try to make some sort of romantic gesture to your to your spouse or to your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the case might be. I have a list of 20. We're not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to point out a few that I think might be something that you would consider doing, but then think, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Here's one. Making someone the center of a sappy poem. Now, I've written poetry before for girlfriends, and it's not usually received with the impact that you would like. It's sort of like a nice gesture, but it's a little bit like a little kid drawing a family portrait with crayons and putting it on the front refrigerator. It's nice, it's cute, it's but it's usually crappy art, right? So, don't do that. Don't do that. Now I've talked about doing this one. I did it. Again, not a good idea. Hiding a ring in their food or cocktail. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago when I proposed to Mary. I put her engagement ring in the bottom of a tall Miller Lite draft. And memorable, but not for good reasons. Also on the list, public serenades. Unless you can bring it, don't try it. Number 14 on the list, getting your name or their name tattooed on yourself. Again, I've mentioned this. Mary has this beautiful tattoo on her back shoulder that would perfect. It's a heart. It's got a sash through it, and it would be perfect for my name, but she won't do it because she doesn't want to jinx it. That right there, you jinx your relationship. So don't tattoo somebody's name on your body. Trying to pass off lingerie as a gift. This is especially true for guys. Okay? Lingerie should be purchased by the woman. They know what they're willing to wear. They know what they're comfortable in. Don't buy lingerie for Valentine's Day for your wife or girlfriend. Let them buy it for you. They'll buy it. They'll wear it for you. That's how it works. Let's see. Introducing food into sex. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Surprising them with an unexpected pet. This happens from time to time. Now, unless it's something you really talk about, I'd like to get a kitty or I'd like to get a new doggy or whatever. Don't just surprise them, because that is a commitment. That is a huge commitment. And they may not be willing to make that commitment at that time. Let's see. Throwing them a surprise party. You really got to know your spouse or your significant other. Surprise parties sound fun on one level, but you just don't know where the other person might be with that. They might be having a bad day. And then it just turns, it can turn ugly. I don't know why this is some of these are in the top 10. Watching them sleep. That doesn't sound like a romantic gesture. That sounds like a creepy gesture. Proposing in a public place. Again, it's sketchy. You better make sure that the other person is going to say yes. Otherwise, you really open yourself up to embarrassment and ridicule. Romantic gestures that aren't actually great. Showing up unexpectedly at their house. I've done that before. Years and years ago, not a good idea. That's your brother? I didn't know. Kissing someone mid-sentence. Like they're talking and then you just kiss them. I don't know. Maybe it just depends on the other person. Depends on what they're talking about, right? If they're talking about how tough their day was at work, that's not the time. And the number one list, or the number one item on romantic gestures that are actually the worst, according to Ranker, showing up in the shower uninvited. Again, you need to know certain facts before you go into the shower. Again, shockingly, I've tried that. And it's about 50-50 whether it works or not. It just really depends. So don't, if you're thinking about trying to be romantic this week and you're looking for ideas, these are some things maybe you should avoid. 937-457-1290. Ian, you looked up something about we had somebody comment on the live stream that they believed at one point Nerf made some sort of atomic Nerf bomb where it would shoot 200 Nerf, because it is Nerf War season, 200 Nerf darts in every direction. Is that true? Is that something that they made? You looked it up.
Wrong. This is I found it. It was a design. It was like a 3D printed design by a guy named Think Geek, and it was an April Fool's kind of like joke.
Ah,
okay? It wasn't by, I think Nerf kind of like announced it as an April Fool's joke, but this guy designed it. And actually made it true, but he never tested it because one, he was using CO2 cartridges,
right?
And two, if it didn't work and all that plastic, that would become shrapnel,
right?
And so it was too dangerous to try. But he did, however, leave the schematics available for people to use and try to make it their own. So if you want to try this and possibly fight the law on it, go for it. But this is only a concept. It's not actually released by Nerf.
I was thinking that sounds like something that a town, and I don't know where Nerf was invented, right? But hear me out, because just before the holidays, I had my wife on the show, and we were talking about I had this long list of cities and little towns in America that on New Year's Eve drop unusual things, like like the big ball in New York City. Okay. Little towns have weird traditions.
Yeah.
And my suggestion for Dayton, which I still would love to work on.
The giant Cheez-It?
Yes. Yes. The giant Cheez-It that's over at Carolina.
Yeah.
And even Brady Kress, CEO over there, said he loves that idea. Maybe we could try to make it work.
That sounds awesome.
But I was thinking they could wherever Nerf was invented, right? They could, if it's a small town, they could make one of these and lower it down at midnight, and then right at midnight, launch all of the Nerf darts and have it go all over the place, almost like a Nerf explosion. A Nerf explosion.
Yeah. That sounds like a cool idea.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
If you want to face some legal troubles, go ahead.
Somebody gets injured, they end up with a bunch of welts from a unfortunate encounter with a Nerf bomb. We have a Dammit dog here.
The Misadventures of Dammit Dog.
Dammit dog.
We all love our dogs, but sometimes they do crazy things. Now, this is not actually a story about a real dog. Okay. Remember a year or so ago, we had a story about some nutcase in Japan who spent $15,000 to basically become a collie. Like he had some high-end costumer make a collie costume so he could live his life, fulfill his lifelong dream of being a dog. His name is Tuco. And he was all over the news. We talked about it. And there was pictures of him. There's video of him being led around on a leash. This is a guy in a dog costume. Well, he's at it again. He has launched the Tuco Zoo. And the official grand opening in Japan was on January 26th. The unusual site will be open to the public a few times each month for both morning and afternoon sessions. And this is what you can do at the Tuco Zoo. The zoo's website reads, "Have you ever wanted to be an animal? Have you ever imagined yourself as something other than yourself and felt excited? The zoo offers a service that can help make that wish come true, even if only a little, by having you wear a costume. Visitors will be able to dress up as an Alaskan Malamute during the sessions. However, it'll cost you $300. So this guy has forked out more money for a dog costume that a human could wear. The suit reportedly has a functioning mouth. But customers have been warned, though, the costume may be hard to operate for those with stiff muscles. Now, if you'd like to learn more, go to tocozoo.com and you can check out this website. If you got $300 to burn and you're willing to fly to Japan, you can live your life, live out your lifelong dream as an Alaskan Malamute. I don't know what an Alaskan Malamute looks like, but I will check it out during the break.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper.
It's fun listening.
It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize.
You'll see. He'll grow on you. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Looks just like a husky. Yeah. Similar to other Arctic breeds, such as the husky, the Spitz, the Greenland dog, the Canadian Eskimo dog, the Siberian husky, and the Samoyed? I don't know. Thank you, Dennis, for sending that video. That's funny. Thank you, Kathy. You'll get full 2 hours tonight and tomorrow, and then Wednesday we got a basketball game, and then I think 2 hours on Thursday and Friday. I think Wednesday's the only day that is interrupted.
Tiger Woods won't play at his tournament this week. We'll have the latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
What do we know about this guy, Mr. Hot Stuff?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 right now at eveningedgetodd.com. You can register to win the First Florist Dayton Made gift basket. Comes with a gift certificate from First Florist, Hester Price Candy, Dots Pretzels, Marion's, Piazza, Boston Stoker, the Pine Club, and, of course, an Evening Edge Jackpot coffee cup. You can register. This is a monthly contest, so each month we'll draw a winner throughout this year. Go to eveningedgetodd.com. 937-457-1290. Billy Bob in Springboro. Hey, Billy Bob, what's going on?
Hey, Todd, I have to tell you about a story about when I was a kid. We used to play with replica guns.
Yeah.
My dad bought me one. He got me two. He actually got me a 45 and he got me a 357 Magnum. And you could actually tear them down. The barrels were filled with lead and the firing pins were gone. But we would play with those and tear them down like they're real. But I was at my buddy's house and I was 14, 15 years old. And Jim Bob, he was about the same age. And he had a little brother and we reenacted the deer hunter scene with the 357 Magnum.
Wow.
His little brother's in therapy now, but anyhow, it was funny. We thought it was funny and had a good time.
Yeah. But nobody got shot.
Well, we put a bullet in there, but it's a fake bullet. But he didn't know it was a fake bullet.
Oh.
And I think what really got him upset was the last time he fired it at his brother. Thinking he was going to get shot or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. That's the good old days.
Good times, buddy.
All right, Billy Bob. That's right. That's the good old days, isn't it?
Folks, when you call in, turn your radio down.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO. WHIO.
Sorry to hear that, Ron. I know there's a lot of people out there that are sick right now. A bunch of schools have been canceled because the teachers are sick. Students are sick. Kind of gross out there right now.
We break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully. You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk in the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. I saw this today. This is kind of cool. Cincinnati Reds, they're going to wear a number 14 patch on their jerseys throughout the 2025 campaign to commemorate Pete Rose. Of course, he's baseball's all-time hits leader, native of Cincinnati, and he passed away back in September at the age of 83. So that's kind of cool that they're going to do that. I'm also looking for somebody. You know, whenever we talked about this earlier, when it was Christmas time, we gave you the opportunity to beat down one of Santa's elves. And now it's Valentine's week, and people are like, oh, we ought to do this for every holiday. So if you've been unlucky in love, you'd like to give Cupid a smackdown of some sort, a beatdown, a Cupid beatdown. 937-457-1290. We haven't had any takers yet, which I guess is a good thing, that maybe we don't have a lot of edgeheads who were unlucky in love. But it's there for you. It's there for you. We have an idiot of the week to talk about.
You are a stupid, stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile pig!
Wake up, idiot.
Silly dilly dilly, yo. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
So this is, when you're flying, this is one thing you don't want to mess with. Anything that would be remotely considered terrorist related or anything questionable like that, right? You know how some people, as a joke, their Wi-Fi, they give it some sort of funny name. And when people started doing this, the real popular one was FBI van. Remember that? People would give their Wi-Fi at home the name FBI van. Ian, you kind of remember that? Yeah. So people still do this, but now they're doing it with their personal hotspots that are on their phone. American Airlines flight was delayed more than 4 hours last Friday due to a passenger naming their Wi-Fi hotspot, "I have a bomb." This person, they don't say who, but what an idiot. Police boarded a flight at Austin Bergstrom International Airport and asked passengers to identify themselves, presuming the incident was part of a prank. A Reddit editor was on the flight, detailed the experience. Eventually, several cops boarded the plane and announced that someone was playing a prank. The prank being that someone on board had renamed their hotspot, "I have a bomb." They have to check that out. They have to check it out. Because people, behave in weird ways, and maybe that was their way of saying, hey, I have a bomb. The entire plane was questioned by a cop. The cop gave the opportunity for the individual to come clean, which, of course, they didn't. So the authorities had to remove all the passengers from the plane and have them return to the gate, at which point they were told they'd have to go through screening again. So this cute little prank, and I'd be curious to know if it was intentional. If they did that as a joke for the flight, or maybe they just had it on their phone and didn't think about it when they got on the plane. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, but anymore, who knows? Because there are people that intentionally airdrop pictures of their anatomy on planes, and they do it while they're sitting there. Not inadvertent. Oops, oops, oops. The incident caused a 5 to 6 hour delay before passengers were able to reboard the plane. However, the person with the suspicious Wi-Fi network was not identified. And I would imagine that when they got off the plane, whoever that person was scrambling to change the name of the Wi-Fi hotspot on their phone. Wouldn't it be something if it was like one of the pilots? I think they'd know better too, but who really knows? 937-457-1290. Okay, we got some information about Nerf. Thank you, Ian. We're talking about it's Nerf War season. Nerf was originally a ball invented in 1969. Yes, I actually had a Nerf ball probably from like 70, 71. When I first, I was born in 69. And probably about that time, I was introduced to Nerf. But it was made in St. Paul, Minnesota. See, I'm thinking that somebody in St. Paul, I don't know if they drop anything from the sky, like on New Year's. But if not, somebody in St. Paul needs to finish that atomic Nerf bomb that shoots off the 200 darts, actually make it work. That would be cool. Oh, and the dog, the Alaskan Malamute, is like a big husky. I wasn't sure what kind that was, and I popped it on during the commercial break. It just looks like a husky. They all look the same, pretty much. We have a couple of Florida men stories.
Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida man is always ambitious.
Now, this is kind of related to a story I talked about it a little while ago. The Dammit dog, the guy in Japan who spent 15 grand to become or to have a costume or create a collie costume where he could live his life as a dog. That was in the news last year. He's in the news again because he's opened up some sort of zoo, I guess, doggy daycare. I don't know, where people can pay money to go and put on a dog suit. That's where the Alaskan Malamute came from. But this Florida man story, this is something else. A Florida man was recently arrested after leading authorities on a wild chase. Cops say the 36-year-old Dylan Devereaux crashed into a tree and took off running. He was wearing a Dalmatian onesie. And somebody on the live stream said, hey, you could get a dog costume pretty cheap on Amazon. You don't need to go to Japan and spend $300 to wear a husky outfit. You can get one like this guy did, clearly. A Dalmatian onesie. Cops shot him with a stun gun, and he fell to the ground. And I saw a picture of him. He was zipped up tight. In the shot that I saw, he didn't have the hat over his head, but he was zipped up. He looked like a Dalmatian. He's been charged with a variety of crimes, including, this is a long list, man. Fleeing to elude, escaping, reckless driving, leaving the scene involving property damage, battery on a law enforcement officer, assault on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence, depriving a law enforcement officer of equipment, drug equipment, possession of a new legend drug, possession of methamphetamine, petty larceny, and at the end, violating local leash laws. Not really. Here's our second Florida man story. A Florida man was arrested at an auto parts store in Georgia after he was heard barking like a dog for more than an hour. I tried to find audio. I couldn't find it. Though I guess I could have just recorded myself barking and said, oh, look, we got... Oh, that's fake news. Fake barking news. The owner of an advanced auto parts store in Forsyth, Georgia, called police to report a white male who had been at the store for over an hour and was barking like a dog. When officers arrived and confronted the man, who was identified as a 29-year-old named Jonathan Navis, They asked him what was going on. He responded that he had no idea that he was causing any issues. And he was barking. Now, see, if he had been wearing the Dalmatian costume, that would have been perfect. The police there asked the man for some ID. He told them that his driver's license was out in the car, and he was escorted from the store. After they got outside, officers say they spotted several baggies in his car containing syringes. A field test conducted by the officers revealed that the substance was meth. I've never heard of meth causing somebody to bark, but I guess it's certainly possible, right? 937-457-1290. Right now at WHIO.com and at eveningedgetodd.com, you can win $2,000. It's Todd's 2K. This is a contest for all you edge heads out there. All you got to do is just go to my to eveningedgetodd.com or the Evening Edge Facebook page and just look for the little logo. You'll see it. Win Todd's 2K. Click on it, and it'll take you to the site, and you can register. There's no strings. $2,000 could be yours. And you've got through the end of the month to do it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper. It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That could be. Maybe he had fleas. DD. Charts.
Broadcasting live from the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Snow showers for parts of the Miami Valley Tuesday. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
And Tom, what were you again?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Consider the following: miscellaneous and wondrous things.
Science. You see, it's a matter of science, lad. Come here, I'll show you.
Brilliant.
Blah, blah, blah. Science, science, science.
How can scientific truth be heresy?
What did the great man of science have to say today?
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, I know that this asteroid, Bennu, we've talked about it before. This is an asteroid that has, has the diameter of 500 meters. And the folks at the Near Earth asteroid object, whatever they call it, whatever the NASA group is that does that, they say that this particular asteroid, which is supposed to, it could possibly collide with Earth in 2182, September of 2182. I won't be here for that. You won't be here for that. But according to a study published in Science Advances, they say that this particular asteroid has a 1 in 2,700 chance of hitting Earth. You think about that. That's not great odds. I mean, there's a better chance of that happening than winning the lottery. That's a little scary. One researcher says that the chance of the asteroid hitting Earth is similar to the probability of flipping a coin 11 times in a row with the same outcome. It's likely that it wouldn't happen, but it could happen. You know, it's not like 1 in a million, again, like winning the lottery. Says, on average, medium-sized asteroids collide with Earth about every 100 to 200,000 years. So this has probably happened before, and we are due. But we won't be here for that, so who cares? Have a terrific night. I'll see you tomorrow night. You can get the podcast at eveningedgetodd.com. and all your other favorite podcast platforms. And don't forget, you can go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube, and follow me on Facebook. Have a terrific night, and I will talk to you tomorrow just after 5. All right, everybody. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Be safe out there.